Hello, people. How's it going? Yes, I do enjoy. Not only do I enjoy writing ghost stories, I also enjoy studying actual ghost things. Now, I have worked for at least two places that I'm quite convinced were haunted. I've had some odd experiences, at least one of them, and I'm fairly certain that I have seen things that should not be there. Certainly on Gateway Trail as well, by the way. This book, this is where I live, is okay. They're very brief synopsises of ghost encounters, ghost things. It does talk about the I wish you knew what it's called every time. The Landmark Center. I've been there, down in downtown St. Paul. Supposedly in this picture's a ghost. Supposedly it's that face right there. Supposedly, but anyway, I've been to Landmark Center. It does give off a creepy vibe. This was a long time ago. But this book isn't too bad. But yes, I believe in ghosts. Now, whether ghosts are actual people or demons in disguise is the debate. I have a very simple theory when it comes to ghost hunting, by the way, or ghost pictures or ghost videos or whatever. It's very simple. 95% of the time, they're BS. 95% of the time, they're not real. 95% of the time, they are made up. 4% of the time, maybe. 4% of the time, they might be ghosts, maybe. And 1%, yes. 1%, they probably are. I don't I love watching the YouTube channels that talk about ghost hunting. Slap Tam is a wonderful channel. Uh, my brain is completely gone on the other ones I watch, and they'll come to me. But Slap Tam is probably my favorite. Probably my favorite. Top five. Oh, that's the other one I also like. Um, why does the human brain always do this? That's weird. The human mind is an amazing thing, but it's worth reading. It's fun. Um, Haunted Lakes. It's about the Great Lakes and all the ghost ships and all the. Yeah, I mean, it does talk about ghost ships. I mean, strange creatures that have been seen, sea serpents and other creatures. I mean, it talks about like the Griffin, the, the oldest sunk ship that was there. It was in Ontario, I think. Let's see. Anyway, doesn't really matter. But I mean, the Great Lakes have a lot of ghost stories and a lot of legends about. Because when a ship sinks in the Great Lakes and it sinks into the cold depths, the bodies don't decompose. They're still down there. Just like on the Edmund Fitzgerald, the bodies are still there. I mean, it's so cold down there, they're being preserved. But there are a lot of stories about the Great Lakes. This is the other second book of the series. Um, I've been to, as I said, Landmark Center. I've been to supposedly the Roseville Cemetery, supposedly haunted. I've been there doing an investigation, sort of. I didn't see anything. It was daylight, so. I also have a lot of problems with a lot of these ghost hunting shows, particularly when they hunt for something that was seen when they hunt at night when it's been seen in the daytime. If you see the ghost, if someone claims to see a ghost in the daytime, why are you searching at night? I mean, I know why. That way they can hide the fact that they're not actually finding anything. It's one of those things about the ghost hunting shows that drives me crazy. It's like, okay, one, why are you not looking at the exact same time they were seen at the first time? Two, there are way too many people involved in these ghost hunting shows. I mean, on the camera. If in the camera you're seeing more of the ghost hunter than what they're claiming to see or anything else, it's about them. It's not about the ghost hunting. But anyway, it's gonna bug me that I don't know what the other one was. The other ghost hunting YouTube show I like so much. But Slap Tam is probably the best one. Best Ham. Slap Tam is probably the best one. Yeah, my problem with a lot of these ghost hunting shows is if you watch it long enough, you begin to realize that the camera seems to spend a lot of time not looking for anything other than making sure the person talking is on camera. Those shows I don't take it seriously. I can't take it seriously. I think it's absurd. It's about you. You're looking for a ghost. You're really looking for the camera to be in front of you, seeing you. And then they're shocked when something happens. I'm sorry, your acting is atrocious. The Japanese ghost videos, they're very good. And I'm not them. Well, Japanese are very good at making almost anything scary. But I do still do my theory. The 95% of it not real, 4% maybe, and 1% real. Just me. Another book I have is Haunted Bridges. This one's pretty good, actually. This one's a pretty good book. Another thing is with this one, it only talks about Washington Avenue Bridge and Arcola High Bridge, one in Stillwater, one in Minneapolis. We have lots of bridges in Minnesota. We have a lot more bridges than that. And I'm sure they're haunted. Or at least some of them. It's a pretty good book, though. I'm not going to show all my books, but just some of the ones I like the most. Haunted Baseball, pretty cool. Babe Ruth is supposedly haunting something. And the Buck Weaver is supposedly haunting, well, he was haunting the old Yankee Stadium. Not anymore. Why he'd be haunting Yankee Stadium is a mystery to me. It's another baseball haunted stuff book. A lot of these books just deal with not so much, with legends and ghost stories and supposed sightings and odd occurrences. I mean, I don't think every single thing a person's when they is an odd occurrence is a ghost. I think ghosts have a little bit more things to do than to scare us. But I do like them. I like ghost stories. I like investigating ghost things. I mean, you got to remember, I ride a bike at night at 2:30 in the morning on a mountain bike, and I'm always looking out for something that should not be there. I've seen a few things that are odd. I can't 100% say yeah, that was a ghost. The only thing I could actually say it may have not been a ghost was in the last job I had. It's a church, by the way. And they can claim all they want that it's not haunted. But I know it is because other people have also had odd experiences and seen odd things and seen things that shouldn't be there. But this was in the north end of the building, which is the nursery and so on and so forth. And I was in there. I figured, you know what? If anybody's in here, please make a noise. Like that, a toy went on. I said, okay. It turned itself off. I do it again. It turned itself on again. I said, thank you. The funny thing about me is I'm not shocked by any of this stuff. I kind of react as, oh, interesting, cool. I really should be a little more uncomfortable with ghosts or whatever they are responding. I'm not. It's weird. I mean, there are other stories I can do. This one's pretty good. Civil War stuff. So, well, battlefields are usually haunted because of all the death and destruction and the loss of life. This isn't too bad a book. This is a pretty good book. Trying to get the reflection out of there, but I guess the reflections isn't also in the book. This one's decent. I think it's a little too short for the subject because I think there are a lot more roads out there. But that's not bad. I mean, we have spooky stories, strange happenings, supernatural sightings. You have a story that Telly Savalas ran into a ghost. And let's see, all kinds of cool stuff. Another time I have encountered things that I can't explain while driving down Gateway Trail at night. Just got done at work about 11:30 at night. I'm driving down Gateway Trail, which is dark, by the way, and I'm passing the cemetery, which is the Rose Lawn Cemetery, and something hit me. I mean, it whacked my arm. Now, okay, branch, something. Okay, well, I'll go back the next day and find out. I'll go down that same area, see where there's a branch sticking out that I got hit. There's nothing there. I mean, there are no way the branches could reach that far, unless something was standing there slapping my arm. And it's just okay. Well, either a branch hit me, or something was trying to get my attention. I make no claims whether it was real or a ghost. All I know is I was going down Gateway Trail, past the Rose Lawn Cemetery. Of course, it would be a cemetery when something just slapped at my arm. As I said, I went back to investigate. I am fascinated by these things. I always investigate things. I always like, okay, what was it? Why was it? Am I imagining it? Was there a branch sticking out? There are no branches because they manicure that stretch of gateway pretty good. But there were no branches sticking out. There was nothing sticking out. So or an animal could have hit me. I mean, it's possible. It was at night. It could have been an owl, which wouldn't make any sense. But anyway, but something did. And then there was the red eyes I saw. People think I'm kidding when I say this. I know what I saw on Roselawn, that same area again. And the funny thing is, I see these red eyes. That's all I saw. It was just two red look like eyes. I said, "Oh, hello there." As I go by, it's like, David, you're weird. You see this strange something of red eyes watching you go by, and your reaction is, "Hello." I told you, it takes a lot to unravel me. I've seen too much. Now, whether it was a ghost or not, it's up to interpretation, like most ghost stories. I mean, I've seen weird, strange, dark shapes just disappear over hills on down the Gateway Trail. Gateway Trail is odd. It is a beautiful Gateway Trail. It's a beautiful trail. But every once in a while, when I used to use it, I would always just see these odd things. But it does go by a cemetery. It does go by Roselawn Cemetery at the end, toward the end, partly toward the end. But anyway, there's a series of these books by these authors. I mean, this is I like this one. I like all three of the books. Let's see. Let's get to Minnesota. Because this book does talk about the most haunted house in Minnesota. I want to get it right. All right, where are you, Minnesota? I know you're here. That's Kansas. But yeah, it's supposedly the most haunted. Well, if not the most haunted, it is one of the most haunted portions of here in Minnesota. And I'm having a hard time finding it all the time. It's on. Oh yes, there we go. It talks about Hepburn Hall ghosts. And that's not the one I'm looking for. Come on, I know you're in here. I know you're in here because I saw you. Okay, it's getting a little annoying. House on Summit Avenue. The house on Summit Avenue, 476 Summit Avenue. Supposedly the most haunted house in the city, in Minnesota. Has lots of creepy things happening. I've driven by it. It's a private residence, so I can't go into it. But that's in here. This is also more cool stuff from the same authors. There's a lot of cool stories about different states and North America and other odds and ends. There's 4 of these books, but I can only find 3 of them. But they are good. They are fun. If you like reading about possible ghost stories, real ghost stories, I mean, these are the kind of books I would recommend. This is just about half my collection of ghost story books. As I said, I don't buy all of them. I mean, even the ones that, when I watch them, I'm very skeptical. Believe it or not, I'm more skeptical than I might appear. Because even whatever slapped at me on that Gateway Trail, I don't know. Could have been a branch, but I don't see how it could have been a branch because nothing was sticking out that far. Could have been an animal, I know. Could have been a bird, who knows. But it did feel more like a slap. Like something was just slapping my arm as I was going by. It didn't freak me out. It's like, oh, okay, hello. I'm very odd. I'm very calm about these things. You would think I would be a little less calm. But, I mean, I like ghost stories, as I said. I like writing them. I like talking about them. I like discussing them. I like the YouTube channels, Slap Tam, Top 5. Oh, what's that one that it's going to drive me crazy. He does the ghost stories of Connecticut, ghost stories of Minnesota, ghost stories of different states, different cities. Anyway, it's a shame because he also is very good. But most ghost story videos I watch, are not about the ghosts, they're about the people doing them. I find most of those shows laughable. Bad acting, and I'm sorry, if your sole role in any of these shows is just to scream at every single thing that happens, I want you out of here. I want you gone. I don't want you on my show. If you're looking for ghosts, stop reacting as if you expect nothing to happen. You want something to happen. There are a lot of shows that drive me crazy. It is about them. It's not about the subject. See, I like the subject. I like the subject of paranormal, and maybe I shouldn't because I don't know what they really are. They could be demons, all I know. They could be ghosts, all I know. I mean, I have my theories. I have my biblical theories, which tell me that yeah, they may not be people. And then there's a part of you saying, yeah, maybe. I mean, it is subject of speculation, of theories, of ideas, but I like the subject. I know I probably shouldn't. I'm interested in a lot of things, and the paranormal is one of those things. I mean, I've seen things around here, out in that wooded area, that I can't explain. I mean, I've seen, once again, that dark shape again. One time I saw one just ducking down, and it was human shaped. It was just all dark, and well, they're called shadow people, but this one looked like a shadow person. The other ones don't look like shadow people. They look like massive shadowness, just black mass and shape. Only one has ever looked like a person. But anyway, I find the subject interesting. I always will, I guess. I mean, and I like watching the shows, but I for the most part, 99% of the time, I shake my head and said, yeah, not buying it. Yeah, your acting is terrible. Yeah, the camera is spending way too much time on you and not on what you're claiming you're seeing. But I like the subject. I always have. Um, I've seen things in the church that I'm convinced that one should not be there. And I'm not the only one who's seen this large shape. Now, if I were the only one who sees it, then there'd be a problem. But I've heard enough that other people have also seen it and also feel odd about being downstairs on the first floor. First floor always felt that weird vibe. I think I've encountered the ghost in the north end before, I think. Because something else happened once that I'm not sure I'm ready to convince myself was a ghost or not. Only because it just seemed like a random event, and I'm not ready really to say, yes, that was a ghost encounter. Because, yeah, okay, sure it was. You have to be rational, you have to be logical, and you have to think. Reacting to these things is not scientific. It's not rational. It's not reasoning. It's not thinking things through. I mean, even some of the odd events I can't explain, and makes it sound more and more like it is the paranormal. So even to me, the paranormal is rational. There's nothing irrational about the spiritual or the paranormal or ghosts. It's just not. They're just a part of the universe. They're just a part we don't understand completely. But anyway, but these books I like. I like these books. I mean, I do have a few other books on Minnesota. I just chose to show this one. Because I mean, they're very short little story, little little snippets of Minnesota history. And is that a picture of? No, no, no. I think that's Minneapolis. I don't like Minneapolis. Oh, the Minneapolis Institute of Art is also supposed to be haunted, and I've been there a few times. That place is supposedly supposed to be haunted too, and I can believe that. I've never seen anything. I've never experienced anything, but I know I've read enough. One of my books has it about it being haunted. That's in Minneapolis. But anyway, if other people are interested, and you think other people might be interested in the books, share, comment, let them know, like my video, um, subscribe, please. Almost 20 minutes. I don't want that too long. But yes, I'll probably do other videos on ghost related stuff. But I just wanted to do this one before I do anything else. So I just wanted to get this one because you know me, if I don't do any writing, I'm gonna do a video, and if I don't, so I'm still gonna probably do a video. I'm working on a short story now on a ghost story. I wrote it, and then I didn't like it because it was too generic and too. It's been done before. I'm trying to do something that wasn't done before somehow, which is difficult. We all can't be MR James. Yes, I know. I like MR James. And Blackwell and a few other people. Anyway, behave yourselves, people, because you know I'm not going to. Later, 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 later.